and welcome back to another episode of Movie Bug Movie Talks, everyone. This is episode 6 of season 2. I think that's where we're at. So yes, hello, thank you everyone for being here. It's great to see everyone again. It's great to do another live stream. They're always good fun, and the best thing about doing these live streams is I get to talk to everyone, and as always I get to have a very, very lovely guest on. I want to give this guy a couple big shout outs before he comes on, because I was lucky enough to meet up with this guy when I went to meet Jamie Powell in Bournemouth, and honestly a 10 out of 10 guy, so I'm really excited to have him on. And he sort of did it last minute, so last minute someone dropped out and he's come on last minute, so massive props to him. I'm bringing him in now, and it is Mr. Blue Justin. Hello, mate.
Hello. I think it was Paul, actually, not Bournemouth.
Oh, it was Paul. Yeah, I keep saying that. I keep saying that in the videos. I keep getting corrected by people.
Oh, don't worry about it. I actually said I thought it was Bournemouth to my wife this afternoon, so
yeah.
And she corrected me, which is why I remember.
Yeah, they're close enough, I guess. Close enough.
Yeah.
But I've been meaning to ask you, actually. I remember you taking a lot of footage. I keep waiting for a video to pop up with some of the footage on.
Yeah, I keep on having to edit it all together, and I'm not used to editing like outdoor footage and stuff like that, or potentially have to do voiceovers and things.
Yeah.
So I do apologise to everybody who's waiting for that. I'm hoping to at least get together something to show people, and whether or not I'll get into trouble for having background music in HMV will be somebody else's problem to deal with.
Yeah.
Because I'm not monetized, so.
No, I know what you mean though, because whenever my Blu-ray hunting videos don't have near as much footage as what I think you took, but they're a lot more of a pain in the ass to edit, that's for sure. So
yeah, I've been thinking that.
Yeah.
And I am, even though I have the time to do it potentially, because I'm off work at the moment. I'm off work because I'm exhausted post-COVID, so I spend I spend a full night's sleep, and then I spend another eight hours a day asleep. So, which is what I've practically done today to get ready for this. So I'm not actually sat here just like falling asleep while I'm looking at the camera.
Oh well, thank you for coming on again, Matt. And like I said, they're not very long, my stream. We only go till 9, so there's not pressure of it being a long one. So
no, okay. That's great. Really looking forward to it anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good to have you. Well, we got a few people here, so I'm just going to bring up a few comments. Got Sabane's Awesome Gaming here. Hello. Got Jake Blower here. Lucas. My friend who I do the podcast with, Ryan's here. Minions 2. I saw they just dropped a trailer for Minions 2. I didn't have time to watch it. Even though I will get dragged to the cinema to see Minions 2. Is this one you're interested in much at all, or?
Yeah, I do enjoy the Minions and Gru and all that, this, that, and the other. But I haven't really, I haven't really tracked down any trailers or anything. But I don't try to go too heavily into the trailers, because it does they do nowadays, especially. I do find they give away a lot of plot points. Not that I expect Minions 2 will be really heavy on complicated plot.
Yeah, no,
with twists and turns, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, I did see it was only a few weeks away now.
Yeah, it's creeped up actually, surprisingly. But I find that with a lot of the Marvel stuff, I love Marvel, but I feel like their trailers show a bit too much, I think.
Yeah, I suspect the fact that Top Gun Maverick was delayed. Well, apart from delayed the whole of COVID, it was also delayed by another year and then another 6 months, etc. I mean, that was possibly the reason they dropped so many trailers for it.
Yeah,
you've practically seen so much of the movie. That didn't stop me enjoying the hell out of it, mind you.
Yeah, no, of course, no, it was a great film, but I know what you mean. Yeah, they do. They love dropping loads of trailers for these blockbusters nowadays.
Yeah.
But where did I get to in the comments? Bring Your Own Popcorn is here. How you doing? College work while watching this? Excuse me if I don't chat loads. That's okay. Thank you for being here, mate. And this is how bad I am with my own channel. Like I've got people it is episode 6, James. Mr. Jim Jam Movies is here, and of course, loving the t-shirt. Yep, he is the t-shirt man.
I do my best.
It was on Rob's stream, wasn't it, where you popped out the stream every now and then and come back with a different shirt on, wasn't it?
I think it was only popped out. I popped out once because I have to take some anti-epileptics at about 9:30 in the evening. So I had to pop out then anyway. So I thought I'd change on the way back.
Might as well. You are. I think you're very well certified as the t-shirt man in the Blue Tube community.
Yeah. Thank you by the way for putting up the sort of like on the Instagram that you were inviting me at Blue Justin 1000. That's my Instagram account on YouTube. I'm just at Blue Justin.
Oh, okay, all right. That's the only one that come up, so I was like, I'm guessing that's the right one.
Oh yeah, that's the right one on Instagram. It's just I couldn't get for some reason or other. I couldn't get just Blue Justin on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
I think I can get Movie Bug on Instagram, so I put like a YT for like YouTube at the end. So that's the only problem. Most of the good names are taken now on Instagram.
Yeah.
Lucas asks, what are your top 10 favorite movies? I've said mine loads of times on these streams. I don't know if you could rattle off 10 or just maybe 3 or 5, maybe, of your favorites.
Put on the spot.
It's a big ask as well. Like
Blade Runner, The Killer, John Wick, Lethal Weapon. I'll find a fifth one or something. Infinity War.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't think I've seen a Lethal Weapon film. That's one of those franchises I have yet to actually get around to watching.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you are quite a bit younger than I am. I mean, when I saw, I think it came out in something like 87, something like 88, something like that, and around the same time as Die Hard, and I definitely saw Lethal Weapon at the cinema a couple of times and really enjoyed that. A lot of people love the second one more because it's got more humor in it. I personally sort of like preferred the bit harder edge of the first one, but even though it did have humor, it had a much harder, more dangerous edge to it, which I like. And I hear he's about to, I don't know how old he is now, but I hear Mel's supposed to be trying to get to do number 5 coming up.
Doesn't surprise me. They love bringing back all these old franchises at the moment. But yeah, no, I'll have to crack into those films at some point because I think there's a nice Blu-ray set floating about there of them.
Yeah, there is certainly a Blu-ray set that's not very expensive at all. So yeah, the only thing that you really notice about them is that, especially the early ones, some of the it's not just Mel, it's just the way Hollywood was back then.
Yeah.
That some of the comments are quite homophobic, and you do tend to notice. You never notice them back in the day, of course.
Yeah.
But now it's sort of like they do stand out a bit but
yeah.
a bit more.
I think it's that thing you need to put yourself in the mind frame of when they come out and how different society sort of was back then, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But what I'm going to do as well is, to people who are actually watching, I'm going to skip through some of the comments because there's actually loads of comments coming in tonight. So I'm going to just pick up on the ones where we can have a bit of a discussion. So apologies if I don't read your comment. Jim Jam asks, "Are you seeing Jurassic World opening day?" I am. I think it's Friday. It's out. I think I'm seeing it Friday.
I might be trying to work out what day. Hang on a second. My laptop's over here to my left, so I have to.
Oh, right, no worries. Well, I mean, people might be able to let me know in the comments below what day, because I thought films normally released on a Thursday, but I'm pretty sure I'm seeing it opening day. But I'm
this one does look out. It looks like it's out on a. Yeah, it looks like it's out this coming Friday.
Okay.
So
yeah, someone's.
I might get to go and see it on the Friday, or we might have to wait a little bit, because I think I might have some stuff organised for the house this Friday. People coming around to fix something or other and whatever. So, but also at the same time, I'm sure since it's a Jurassic World, my missus will want to go and see it as well. So we'll probably have to catch up with the last one before we go.
Yeah, I might do the same. To be fair,
she doesn't have time off work at the moment, and she's working flat out, and I think she's still working downstairs at the moment.
Oh, fair. Well, hopefully, I'll keep fingers crossed. You'll get a chance to see it, because I mean, always cool seeing big dinosaurs fight on the big screen. Always an exciting event, and it's the last one for maybe 5 to 10 years, I reckon.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Yeah. Where are we at? Let's see if okay, this is interesting. Grease 2 has a nice 40th anniversary steelbook coming out. I haven't even seen Grease 2. I've only seen the first one. Have you seen them? Like, are they like? I don't know if they're worth checking out, the sequels to Grease.
I've not seen the sequels to Grease, I'm afraid, so I can't really help out. I do know that whilst the majority say that they're absolute rubbish, that there is, as always, there is a small number of people who actually prefer Grease 2 to the original. I think the lead, the characters are only vaguely related to the first movie. They're supposed to be a cousin or something like that. And I think the girl is played by, is it Michelle Pfeiffer's sister, Dee Dee Pfeiffer? I'm not sure.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who you're on about.
I think it's one of the Pfeiffers.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. To be honest, I haven't really looked into any of them, because I don't know. I just never really thought about checking them out, to be honest. In my mind, I just heard so many people rag on them that I just sort of figured that they're not worth checking out. But anyway, bring up Callum's comment here. Hey man, been watching your videos a lot recently. So glad I'm able to catch a live stream. Well, hey, thank you for being here, mate. Very, very cool to have you here. And then, are you going back to doing these once a week? No, they're just once a month, these live streams now. I don't know about you, Justin, but like I got a bit burnt out of doing them weekly, the live streams eventually.
Well, I've never done my own live stream. I've only ever been guest, but it was certainly quite daunting when I was my first 2 live streams. I was a guest within one less than a week of each other.
Yeah. was that Rob's and Paul's, was it?
It's a bit further back. It was Rob's and I can't remember. I think it's a chap who's taking a step back now.
Oh, okay.
And he'll probably sort of like come and slap me later for not mentioning his name. But I've got a very poor memory for.
Yeah. Oh no, don't worry about it. So do I. But I must admit, I remember the first live streams I done. They are quite nerve-wracking at first, but I really do enjoy them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once I've got into understanding how they work and hopefully the technology working,
Yeah.
as we had problems with before this. Yeah, I've been a lot happier and just generally relaxed. So I don't get all panicky or anything before them now. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to think sort of like, what's the worst that could happen, really? Well,
Yeah. That's it.
actually, the losing the converter off the end of my power cord for the phone, which happened this evening,
Oh,
which
really?
meant I was worried that I was going to run out of power halfway through the stream.
I was doing a stream once, and I think if I remember correctly, it was with Mr. Alex Pitt, who I think is actually watching at the minute. And I had a power cut on my stream, so he thankfully took over while I was completely dark for about 30 minutes.
Gosh. Sorry, I was just fixing the cord to come loose again. So
Yeah. Oh no, it's all right. You're all good. Ross has said, "Well done for Doctor Strange this weekend. Reached 900 million." Yeah, I actually thought that Doctor Strange would do 1 billion when it come out. Well, I thought we'd do around 1 billion, so it seems about right. 900, I think.
Sadly, again, I'm playing catch up a bit on Marvel. I've still got the Spider-Man No Way Home that sort of like introduces really Strange and the multi-universes.
Yeah.
Which I want to watch before I see Doctor Strange. So
Yeah.
I've got it, but I just haven't had time to sit down and, well, I have had time, I suppose, but obviously the last weekend's been very, very hectic with either being at a street party or my wife monopolising the TV for the Jubilee celebrations, so you can watch all the parades and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not that I was objecting too much, because you know, I was big in support and really enjoyed them, but it did mean sort of like we didn't sit down and watch a film on Sunday afternoon or anything. And she's not really into Marvel, so I have to try and sort of fit it in when she's not about.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's to be fair, it's sort of the same in my house. My parents aren't big on Marvel, so when I want to watch a movie downstairs, it's sort of, if I want to watch Marvel, I have to do it when they're not about, or I come up to my room and watch it. But yeah, no, I think you'll like Spider-Man. It's really good film.
Yeah, I don't hear many people saying that they didn't like Spider-Man.
No,
I hear very good things about Doctor Strange 2 as well, with Raimi turning it into like a bit darker areas.
Yeah,
despite keeping it to 12.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I liked it. I had a few issues with Doctor Strange, but it's still a good movie. Very entertaining, for sure. So, but it's cool. I like this whole multiverse thing they're doing with like WandaVision, Spider-Man, and this. I think it's really cool how they all sort of connect by themselves. You don't have to have, it's sort of gone off in its own little story after Avengers, I think it's quite clever.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like learning myself about how they treated it. So
yeah,
that's going to be good.
Jenna asks, "What is your ranking of the Pirates of the Caribbean films?" Well, for me, they personally just get weaker with each one. I'd say one's my favorite, then two, then three, then four, and then five. So my ranking's pretty simple.
I'm not going to say for definite or for sure, but because I haven't rewatched them recently. But generally speaking, I think I agree. Definitely one at the top, and then generally getting weaker as they go through. Now, and let's find out what's going to happen with 6 now, I suppose. After he said that he's not coming back even if he's asked, because they sacked him without any proof and this, that, and the other.
I mean, I've heard they've confirmed there's a spin-off in the works, haven't they, with Margot Robbie? But personally, I'm not really interested if Johnny Depp isn't in it. I just don't think you can have Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow, myself.
No, No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but we'll see. To be honest, I like the first three. I sort of grew up loving. I like the fourth one, but the fifth one for me was just really bad. So I wouldn't be totally upset if Pirates went away, because I feel like the last one was a bit of a nail in the head for me.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the last one either. I know a
No.
couple of people who thought it had suddenly come back up and was as good as the first, but I disagreed with them,
Yeah.
and I felt it was just far too silly.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. There was a lot of I just hate it in movies when they ignore their own stuff. Like in the second one, they sort of said that Tia Dharma woman gave Jack Sparrow the compass, and then in the fifth one, that captain on the Black Pearl gave him the compass, and it was like, do you guys not remember your own movies?
Yeah. Not as well as the fans usually.
Yeah. Next up we got this is Jamie, I think. Jamie the Batman here. JS Dark Knight. Evening. Kenobi is perfect so far, I think. We may have a masterpiece. Guarantee you will approve. Well, of course I do. You know me. I'm a big Star Wars prequels guy, and I'm loving Kenobi. Are you watching it so far, Justin, or do you wait till it's all sorted out?
I don't stream, so that's not really a subject that I can put in on. I have seen a surprising amount of negativity coming out of the woodwork. It started off so well, in the sense that everybody was saying it was like really, really good, and then after the first couple of weeks, people suddenly started coming out of the woodwork saying this is really weak and pathetic, and I was really surprised to hear.
I mean, I won't get into it too much, but there's a very modern type of hate group that goes around, especially with Disney. I find that are very agenda heavy and stuff, and they've really targeted Obi-Wan. And don't get me wrong, I can see some problems with the show. It's not, in my mind, sorry Jamie, it's not perfect. It's really good, but it's not perfect. But I think the way they're ripping it apart, like there's a young actress in it who they've been going after. There's a woman in it who they've been going after, giving racist abuse, and it's it's just this very modern group which target Marvel and Star Wars, and I think they'll probably go after DC as well. They'll probably go after Avatar when it comes out, anything big, and I'm going after agendas and stuff and people's ethnicity, and it's like, guys, just watch the show. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Either watch it or don't. So I totally, obviously, I 100% disagree with anybody that goes after individuals for their ethnicity or whatever. That was what the director or whoever wanted in there and how they wanted it done. So just either if you don't like it, stop watching. You don't do anything personal about it. That's just totally inappropriate.
No, exactly.
But some people are saying that they're really bored by it.
I mean, that's a fair criticism. I mean, I can't, I would never argue that with someone. If they're bored with it, they're bored with it. But I don't. I mean, personally, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's not as good as The Mandalorian. I'll admit to that. And I wish I could say I loved it more than The Mandalorian, because I'm such a big prequels guy, and I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. But it's not as good as The Mandalorian. But each to their own. I think as long as people have fair criticisms towards it, I'm fine with that.
yeah. As long as criticisms are fair and just watch what you want to watch.
Absolutely, and I think you said it perfectly. It's like, if you're not enjoying it, just stop watching. Go watch something else. It's not hard.
Let's face it, with the people who are on sort of like the sort of groups that we frequent probably have plenty of stuff on their shelves to watch, exactly. and plenty of other streaming material that they will enjoy. Exactly. So, like, if you don't like this one, why don't you catch up with sort of like your hundreds of backlogs like I've got?
And even with Star Wars, people who aren't enjoying Kenobi, a lot of people didn't watch the animated stuff. You got 7 seasons of Clone Wars and 4 seasons of Rebels. Maybe go give one of those a try. There's loads there.
Yeah.
But anyway, next up we got Jim O'Connor, who says, "What is your favorite and least favorite Spielberg film?" His is probably a mix between Jurassic Park and Jaws. Oh, is that what? So your favorite is Jurassic Park and your least favorite is Jaws? Because I've never heard someone say Jaws is their least favorite.
I don't know. I would say either Jurassic Park or the first Indiana Jones would be my favorite, and my least favorite would be what's it called? AI.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just never got on with that.
Yeah, it's never been one for me either, to be fair. But I'd say I can never choose. I got 3 Spielberg films which I really hold to a high degree: Jurassic Park, Jaws, and Schindler's List. Like those 3 are just so good. But I'll go Jurassic Park for its rewatchability. And my least favorite would be the BFG. Did you see that one that come out? I think 2016.
I haven't seen it, so no, I couldn't say that.
Yeah, I think it's weird because I grew up loving the animated one, which the guy who played Del Boy voiced the giant.
Oh, really?
And I loved that animated one as a kid. So I was really excited for the movie, but not good.
David Jason did he voice, did he?
Yeah, he did the big giant, or the good one. But yeah, I'd say to anyone if anyone wants to watch the BFG, go watch the original animated one. It's a lot better. Which is weird because Spielberg done the other one. And it's weird that I'm recommending the one Spielberg didn't do.
Yeah.
Have you met any actors before? I'll let you go first on this one if you want, because I think a lot of people probably heard me talk about some of my experiences.
Only sort of like signatures at Comic-Cons and things like that. Nothing on set or in the street or sort of like proper meetups or anything like that.
Yeah. But to be fair, I'm pretty much the same. Like all of them that I've met more or less have been at Comic-Cons. I drove past Mark Wahlberg once. That was quite exciting. And then, as some people know, my nan's cousin is Judy McKeith, I think is her surname. I should probably know because she's related to me, who played Miss Marple. So that's about as far as my meeting famous people goes. Where are we at in the comments? Where are we at? Justin, do you still have VHSs?
VHS? I think I've got a VHS player in the garage, and I do have some VHS tapes in the cupboard that I would really actually like to get transferred onto DVD because they're unique. Not stuff that I've not particularly got anything interesting that I've recorded off the TV, except if you've got something like a really specialist, if you like, TV series like Doctor Who, where the people who produce the Blu-rays and DVDs for them will actually ask for what did the ads or the ad breaks and the news before it look like, so they can put it in context and the intro and stuff like that. So that isn't really the case on 90% of my stuff, but I've got some stuff from a couple of VHSs from events that I attended back in a long time ago that I'd love to get transferred. and there's a few things my wife has got that like to do with music. And before she got a music degree that she would probably like to see again, but
oh, nice.
they're surprisingly expensive to transfer, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really looked into it because, to be honest, the only VHS when I was a kid, and they're probably hid away in the corner of my loft somewhere, I had VHSs of the prequels. I think the first 2 Harry Potter films, and then like The Lion King, Bug's Life, Aladdin, and a couple other Disney ones. But I've never thought about getting them transferred. Well, I don't really need to because I've got the Blu-rays. But it's not like you say with Doctor Who, where you've got like the adverts and stuff and how it would have aired. But yeah, I would be curious to know how much something like that would cost to get them like transferred.
Yeah, well, the local shop to me, I think, charges 25 quid a tape.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter how long it is. If it's a 5-minute tape, it'll still cost you 25 quid.
Yeah,
unfortunately, which is very confusing.
Yeah. Jamie also asks, James, have you seen Neverending Story yet? I haven't. I still haven't seen it. I don't have it on Blu-ray or anything. Have you seen Neverending Story?
No, I haven't. I'm afraid, James.
I know it's his favorite movie. So, where am I at now? Let's find another one. Okay, I'm gonna go back to another one from Mr. Jim Jam. Chip and Dale movie was a big surprise. Love the nostalgia. Yeah, this film really surprised me. It's on Disney Plus, so I'm guessing you probably haven't seen this one then.
That's correct. I haven't seen that, but then also, I'm too old to have seen Chip and Dale when I was growing up, so it wouldn't be much nostalgia from me. So.
Well, in fairness, I haven't seen. I'd never seen any Chip and Dale. I still remember when I was in Florida and they walked past me like the 2 guys in suits. I had to say to my mum, like, "Who are they?" Because I didn't know who they were. But
I think my wife and I parked in either the Chip or the Dale car park.
Oh right, yeah. I was so confused when they walked past me. I was like, "Is that Alvin and the Chipmunks at Disneyland?" But. But to be fair though, this movie, it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. There's like so many cameos of other characters that there was some bits that I was looking at and I'm like, oh wow, that's that from my childhood and that's that. So there's some really interesting things in that movie.
Cool.
But it was one of those though that I was expecting to be kind of bad, and the film actually turned out to be quite good. And then here is Mr. Alex Pitt. Hello, mate. Good to have you here. What are some of your favourite Robert De Niro films? Hello, Playtendo guy as well. Do you have any favourites you want to mention, or do you want me to go first?
Well, I'm not really a gangster type person, so I think the main one that I really enjoy. He was in Heat, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I actually haven't seen that, but
and was he not also in oh god, the one with the private detective where he played the devil?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen this movie because it's not ringing any bells.
Oh, this is not helping.
No. I'm sorry, I don't think I've seen that one.
No.
I mean, for me, it's probably you got Goodfellas and The Irishman, which 2 I really like. But I know that not many people will say this one. But I'm gonna say Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers because those 2 films really hit a good note with me. I think they're really funny. So I'm gonna give those 2 films a shout. I'm just looking around to see if I can spot any other De Niro films I've got that are jumping out at me, but I don't. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with those.
Angel Heart. That's what I was trying to remember.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that one.
Yeah, Angel Heart with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll have to check that one out then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I think it's a very good film.
Mm.
It was quite controversial at the time because I think it was like a voodoo-y type priestess who was naked and covered in blood or something
Oh,
during one
nice.
of the rituals.
Yeah.
That wasn't wasn't really the controversy. The controversy that it was that the actress who played her was the same person who played one of the daughters in the Cosby Show or something.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's seen as sort of like having a whiter than white
Yeah.
personality, and
I
then
see.
all of a sudden she's now appearing
Yeah.
in a very, very different role.
Yeah. I can see why that would cause some controversy, to be fair. I got another one here from Mr. Playtendo Guy. What is your favorite movie box set you own? I mean, for me, I still always. I mean, I've got that beautiful Clint Eastwood one now, but I love my Criterion Godzilla set I've got. I think that's a beautiful package. I had so much fun watching all those Godzilla films for the first time. So I think I'm still going to say that.
I should think it must be not because necessarily the films are any better. Films wise, it might be the Harry Potter 4K set, but I couldn't afford the Harry Potter 4K steelbook set. So
Oh.
so that's so though that's quite nice, it isn't really attractive that way.
Yeah.
But I adore. Of course, it must. I know what I've just suddenly remembered. Of course, it's the my 4K the Mummy Day of the Living leather bound with real wood surround that looks like a book set,
Oh, yeah.
steel book set that I still haven't done the second half of my opening for.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's that. To be fair, that was a really nice set. I remember seeing that. Yeah, I mean that's a good shout. That one, to be fair. I mean, there's so many nice box sets. I keep meaning to get. They've just brought one out today, actually, which I was going to get the Daniel Craig 5-film collection set, which I need to look into, to be fair, because I don't know like what the packaging's like on that one, but I don't own No Time to Die yet. And I want to get all of his films in 4K because I love Casino Royale. So I need to look into getting that one.
Yeah, I've got all of his films in 4K steelbook actually, but I'm a bit annoyed that when they did No Time to Die, they didn't do a version that matched the first four. But I sort of was expecting it, but that doesn't mean I'm any happier about it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I think it's Rob. I saw he's got all of the Jurassic Park films with their like black steelbooks with just the logos in for each movie. And
Yeah.
it's like, how much you want to bet when the new one comes out, it won't match.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've got those as well. Yeah.
Where are we at? Where have I got to in the comments? Where have I got to? Here we go. Will you be picking up Licorice Pizza? I know you haven't seen it yet, but it's a must-watch. My fave of 2021. Yeah, I'm hopefully next time I go Blu-ray hunting, I'll pick it up. I've heard it's amazing. Paul Thomas Anderson. But yeah, I missed out on this one last year. Have you seen this one?
No. If I'm honest, I will be totally honest. Just the title puts me off. It just doesn't say anything to me about what the film is about.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So I really haven't looked into what it's about, or I just hear lots of people saying it's good.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. I haven't seen the trailer. and I'll agree that I hate licorice, so it's not a great title. But yeah, I do really like Paul Thomas Anderson, so I do kind of trust him. So I got, because funny enough, I just watched the other day, and I put it in my collection, Boogie Nights, which Mr. Alex Pitt sent me, and this was a fantastic film. But anyway, where did we get to? We're actually sort of catching up with the comments now, I must say. Okay. Yesterday, I watched Schindler's List for the first time, and it was incredible. Yeah, I must admit, I watched Schindler's List for the first time, must be about 3-4 months ago. It's taken me this long to watch it. And I've got to say, the movie absolutely blew me away.
I've got it, and I keep on meaning to watch it, but I keep on looking at the length of time that I'm going to have to put aside to watch it. And I think to myself, not only does it require that amount of time, I've been told that I really have to mentally prepare myself for some very harrowing feelings and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, trying to get that amount of time at the same time as being prepared for that sort of thing. Yeah. And also when the telly's free to watch it, it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It was the same thing for me. Just the length of the movie, because I knew it was a long one, and the subject matter. I knew it was going to be a hard watch, and eventually, just one night, I was like, right, I've got 3 hours. I feel like I can take this movie tonight, so I finally watched it. But yeah, I'm completely there with you. It's a hard film to put on, for sure.
Yeah.
Where are we at? What was the last film that surprised you? I think for me, I mean, yeah, it did surprise me. I'm going to say that the new A24 film, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I was not expecting that to be one of my favourite films ever. Like, I genuinely come out the cinema, I thought, wow, that is honestly probably cracked my top 30 films ever. I thought it was just fantastic. I'd heard it was good, but I didn't think it would be that good. So yeah, I'll go with that movie. You have any in mind, or?
I suppose that the last film I watched, actually, which was, even though I haven't seen the first one, I just got wrapped up in watching it one night later on TV after my missus had gone to bed, and just wasn't even sure what movie it was when I first started watching. I was just enjoying it, and it ended up being, it was Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, okay.
And I thought to myself, this is actually has a plot. And that was, and I really was, I was surprising it just to be total brain dead enjoyment rather than mostly brain dead enjoyment. Yeah. And I think probably the one before that was a very pleasant surprise was weirdly enough, it was recommended by our cleaner, who said you must go out and watch it, and thought, oh well, it looks nice enough. I thought this will be a nice little bit of fun, an easy watch for a Sunday afternoon, and it was better than that, and that was Soul.
Oh yeah,
the jazz player who in the animated film.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
really enjoyed it. Like I said, I expected to find it quite good, but I didn't expect to find it as good as I actually found it.
Yeah, no, I loved Soul. I thought I watched it Christmas Day last year with my family, I think, when it came out, and it's brilliant film, really brilliant.
Yeah.
But one of Pixar's best, I'd say, really is up there.
Wouldn't disagree.
Where are we at? Have you seen Seven Samurai, James? I haven't. I keep waiting for the Criterion label to put a Blu-ray out here in the UK for it. So I think you can get it in America, but you can't get it here. And I know it's one that I do really want to see. Have you seen this one?
The short version of that answer is no. The long version of that answer is no, but I really, really want to. Have I got it? I can't remember. I know I've got it on something.
I mean, everyone who's spoken to me about it says it's just incredible, and I love. Like not recently. It must be about a year ago now. But I watched these samurai films, which stars the same guy from Seven Samurai, and they were made right after, I think, 54 through 56. And I loved these, so I'm really expecting to love Seven Samurai when I eventually get around to watching it. I mean, I could just watch it online, but I'd love to get the Criterion of it.
Yeah, I've got the BFI one for the UK.
Oh yes, yeah, I know. I could just buy that, to be honest, but I keep waiting for a Criterion one.
The one thing that's always sort of put me off, not that it makes any real logic, is despite the fact I really want to watch it, I about 20 years ago, I bought it for my dad for Christmas on DVD because he was a big fan of sort of like the black and white subtitle Japanese films, much to my mother's chagrin. And so I bought him that for Christmas, and it was that Christmas that he passed away on Boxing Day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I've got a bad mental attachment to that. Yeah. So that's a different reason why I have to build myself up to watch that one.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I can understand that. It's like when I hear songs that were played at my granddad's funeral, I don't like hearing them anymore too much because it reminds me. So I know what you mean there. But yeah, I mean, if the Criterion do, because I think that honestly they brought it out in America like 4 or 5 years ago, so I'm not expecting it to come to the UK anytime soon on that label. But if they did bring it out, I will pick that one up.
But then again, on top of that, of course, you do have that 3.5 hour running time.
Yeah, nice long time. I see things like that. I think I did this with The Irishman, because The Irishman was like 3 hours 20. I think I watched that in 2 goes because it was just so long. I had to split it in half.
Yeah.
What's your ranking of the Clone Wars seasons? Also, nice shirt, Justin. Another comment on the shirt. Well, I'm gonna have a guess and say you haven't seen Clone Wars, or maybe you have.
No, I haven't. No.
For me,
so, over to you, James.
I'll go quick. I'll go season 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, 7, 2, 1. There we go.
Very impressive.
I've watched Clone Wars through about 8 to 10 times. I love that show. I mean, as people know, I'm a huge Star Wars guy. I think I grew up with the prequels. I just love seeing that show where it expands on those movies. It's sort of perfect for me. Sophie is here. Hello, Sophie. Hello. Callum's asking about Licorice Pizza. Yeah, I will hopefully pick that one up. And this is a good one. Favorite Mission Impossible movie? I mean, for me, I'm going Fallout. I loved Fallout. I thought that film was brilliant. I think I put it as my second favorite of 2018. behind Into the Spider-Verse, I think. But yeah, just a fantastic film, and I'm so excited for the next one. But Mission Impossible is a hard one because there really isn't a bad movie there. I know some people rag on 2, but I still quite enjoyed the second one. So you really do, have a really nice little series of films there.
I think I'm going with you again. I think I'm with you on Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to see that one at cinema?
No, I was too slow to get there, but I have seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. I've got it here somewhere in 4K, but I don't think I'm going to buy the next one when it comes out because there's only going to be one more after the next one. I think I'm going to wait till the other ones out, get a box set with them all in.
Yeah, well, and isn't the next one out going to be sort of like part 1 of a 2-part?
Yeah, yeah. I've forgotten the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. It's something part 1. So, but,
yeah, that sort of gives it away.
Yeah, very excited for it though because I love those Mission Impossible films.
Yeah, they do seem to have got the balance of action, amazing stunts, and little bit of humour thrown in just about right now, don't they? It's sort of like developed over the years, so that they just seem to work together, all of them now, so well.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It is because I know that I think there's this very Marvel type humor, which I like in Marvel, but other films try to copy now, and I think other films go a little bit too over the top with that Marvel humor now sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that because I only like. I mean, there are some Marvel films where I found even they are over pushed it. So
yeah, because I mean,
again, I was sometimes I was in the minority for that. So
well, I mean, I must admit, I still remember seeing the Last Jedi for the first time because I think that film's tried to do some Marvel humor, like right at the start where Oscar Isaacs is in his X-wing and he starts making a your mum joke at Admiral Hux, and I was like, really? We're doing mum jokes in Star Wars? I was like, this doesn't feel right.
No.
Anyway, Jim said here, I think you misunderstood me, James. In the Steven Spielberg comment I posted a while ago on the stream, I didn't mean to say my least favorite was Jaws. I said my favorite was either Jurassic Park or Jaws. That's fair enough. I was very concerned that someone was saying their least favorite Spielberg film was Jaws for a minute, so I was like, but no worries, mate. Where are we at? Harvey's here. Hello, mate. Just want to pop in and say thank you again for supporting my short film yesterday. Means a lot. No problem, mate. If anyone doesn't know, Harvey's put out a short film or short documentary, and it's amazing. I think he put a link to it in the Big Paulie chat, but I reshared it in the Movie Bug Facebook page, if anyone's part of that. So, yeah, go check it out. It's really good. Okay, this is interesting. James, I know it sounds, I'm guessing, hard, but rank Schindler's List, Lawrence of Arabia, Apocalypse Now, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Wizard of Oz. There's a good selection of classics there. I mean, I'd say my favourite one there is Schindler's List, then Lawrence of Arabia, then Raiders, then The Wizard of Oz, and then Apocalypse Now. But they're all like 9 out of 10s and above for me. I know you haven't seen Schindler's List.
No, I haven't seen Schindler's List. For me, I would probably order the rest. Raiders, because I find it easiest to watch. Probably Apocalypse Now. Then Wizard, and and then Lawrence, because I know it's a great film, but I just don't. I haven't seen it for so long, really.
Yeah, it's a long one as well, to be fair. But I hear there's rumours of a 4K of Lawrence of Arabia coming out this year in the UK.
Yeah, I think that isn't there one already. But
Hmm.
to get it, you have to buy a box set with a.
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, I've just got. I do have it. Yeah, here it is. I've just got a pretty standard Blu-ray of it. And I mean, no, it's a lovely copy. To be fair, it was very kindly gifted to me by Mr. Paul Brook, who's a lovely fella. But yeah, no, I would love to get a 4K because I love this movie so much. But yeah, so we'll see later on in the year, I guess, if we get a 4K.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been waiting for that that 4K to be released separately, because the review of the 4K that has been released is that it's absolutely stunning.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good to hear. That's good signs already then.
Yeah. Yeah, some people have actually questioned that his eyes actually possibly be that blue, because they're just like stand out so much with HDR.
Really?
But apparently it was true. That's how they looked originally.
Oh, fair enough.
We've never been able to see it till now.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Well, hey, I'll be picking that one up very quickly when it comes up, I reckon. Ross says, for a MCU X-Men movie, I want Mark Strong to play Professor X. Yeah, he might not be too bad, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about the X-Men coming over, Justin. I'm really excited, but I'm very nervous about who they're going to cast as all these characters. Same with the Fantastic Four and stuff.
Yeah,
quite a job to do.
I mean, with the Fantastic Four, I'm not so concerned about who they're going to choose to cast, because the previous films have been such flops.
Not good.
So, no, I mean, I didn't say it's why they weren't a bit of fun occasionally, but generally speaking, they weren't up to the standard or anywhere near the standard of any of the other superhero movies that we've had since. However, with X-Men, I'm a big fan of the X-Men franchise, so I'm very concerned. I don't know what they should do, whether they should try to persuade the actors who are playing them already to move over, or whether they should go with new actors because they're they are Disney and they want to totally control everything as per usual, and start from fresh. But it'd be interesting to see what take they have on these things. But whatever happens, I'm really looking forward to seeing them in the universe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I personally hope they cast new people, but I'm just really nervous who they're going to cast. I think is a good way I'll say it, because funny enough, the next question is about this man. Even though he's not comic accurate to the character, Hugh Jackman just became Wolverine, and whoever plays Wolverine next, good bloody luck to him. That's all I say.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I have seen pictures of who was it who played Bullseye in the Daredevil movie, the Irish chap.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, Colin Farrell. I have seen pictures of him with his hair shaped like Wolverine, and he looked very much the part, and I think he could probably carry it off.
Yeah, I could see him. I know people are throwing Taron Egerton and Daniel Radcliffe's name about a lot, which
they sound a bit young to me.
Yeah, I think Taron could do it. I'm not sure about Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know.
No.
I do really like Daniel Radcliffe. I do. I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I don't know if he has the acting capability to pull it off.
No, especially taking over from Hugh.
Yeah, but we'll see.
It's a
Time
big
will
shoe.
tell. Speaking of Hugh, the next question is, what is your favorite Hugh Jackman film? I think for me, I'm going to say I love Logan and I love The Prestige, but I think I'm going to say Prisoners. I thought that film was amazing.
I've got to go with I haven't seen that one, but I will. I think I have to go with Prestige. I just
Yeah,
think that movie is incredible.
yeah.
And,
I mean, the first time I saw The Prestige, it really caught me off guard because I'd
me
seen
too.
The Dark Knight, I'd seen that, I'd seen Interstellar, I'd seen Inception. I think I'd seen a couple other Nolan films, and no one seemed to talk about The Prestige, so I thought it was going to be one of the throwaway ones. And it's like my third or fourth favorite Nolan film out of his 10 or so movies. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
shame
very,
people don't
very,
talk
very,
about it.
very inventive, very clever.
Mm. Like, there's so many people in it that I love. Like, I'm a huge Bowie fan. I didn't know Bowie was in it. That was a great surprise when he popped up.
Yeah, yeah. I think I found out just a little bit before that he was in it as in some capacity. I didn't know how though.
Mm.
And as it happens, I'm a huge fan of Nikolai Tesla as well.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Good
for
combination.
yeah, so worked for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was very cool.
It's like having to fight back against Thomas Edison, who nicked all his patents, and
Yeah.
despite the fact that Tesla won the court case,
Mm-hmm.
in actual fact, he won the court case. I think it was the day before he died, so he died in absolute poverty.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
didn't know that, to be fair. Um, the next one up, James, will you ever be going back to your vinyl channels? It gave me inspiration to start to inspiration to go vinyl. Now can't stop buying vinyl. I get asked this a lot. I don't think I will. I'm quite happy here talking about movies now. Maybe one day. You know, never say never.
As James Bond would say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. There are days where I miss talking about music, where an artist that I love will bring out an album, and I'll be like, I don't want to do it on my channel at the minute because it's all movies. But I don't know. I don't. When I was running two channels, with working as well, and then my social life with my friends and seeing family sometimes, it's just all too much. I ended up having no free time whatsoever. So I had to ditch something. And I think, you know, that channel was the thing I was the least interested in at the time. So I think I don't think I'll be going back to it.
You know, your family will be probably quite happy to hear that.
Yes, yeah. they don't mind me doing my YouTube too much, but I'd spend, because I don't do loads of editing on this channel. That's my thing. I don't want to do loads of editing because on my old channel I used to do so much editing. I used to be sat at my computer for hours, and I think my family started to notice, people started to notice, and I started to get bored because I was spending so much time on my computer just editing. Whereas that's the thing I like about this channel is I don't do as much. And it keeps me more entertained. It keeps me off my computer. So it's a good combination.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Just got done watching Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I personally really enjoyed that movie. Have you seen that one, Justin?
I'm afraid it falls into the same category as I'm really behind on my Marvel movies. I haven't watched that one, and I haven't watched
Eternals.
Eternals, yeah. So there's that one, Eternals,
mm-hmm.
the Spider-Man,
mm-hmm.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
And obviously, I have to watch the Spider-Man No Way Home before I go. I want to see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And I would like to see despite the fact it's got really bad press, I would like to see Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
I hear very bad things, but I would still like to judge it for myself. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I went to see it in the cinema, so yeah, Morbius. Yeah, that one weren't very good. Eternals. Eternals is. I liked it, but some people didn't, and I can see why people didn't on that one. It's a very split thing. People either love it or hate it. But Shang-Chi was really good fun, though. I can imagine you'll enjoy that one quite a lot.
oh, good. I shall see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean,
the shelves are full and everything's in boxes at the moment.
Fair. I was going to say they did do a physical release of that one. Thankfully, I mean, the Marvel stuff at the minute has been really like. There's no pre-order for Doctor Strange at the minute. They're really slow to get the pre-orders up.
No, yeah, I know.
But don't know what Marvel are doing at the minute. They need to get their act together a bit there.
I'll tell you what, my pre-order is certainly in for the Top Gun Maverick Steelbook already.
I don't pre-order movies much anymore, unless it's Marvel or Star Wars. And my other exception for pre-ordering is films that just blow me away. And Top Gun blew me away, so I will be pre-ordering that film.
For me, it's more of the situation of the fact that a lot of the stuff I get early on will be limited editions or steelbooks, and if they sell out, then I end up paying an awful lot for them on eBay.
Yeah.
If there's something that's not going to sell out, though I still want it, then I have learned to blow myself down a bit, which is one of the reasons I haven't done a weekly haul this week. It's because I only had one title turn up last week, which is a bit boring. It's silly. Well, so, but I hope my viewers will accept this appearance on your live stream as a replacement video for the day.
Oh well, I'm sure they will. But I'm totally there with you. Like, I understand where you're coming from on the steelbooks, because I'm like that with vinyl. I've been buying every Marvel soundtrack on vinyl, and there's a company in America called Mondo, which put out these limited soundtracks. So I have to buy them because there's only ever like 1,000 made, and I'm really annoyed because I can just see them out the corner of my eye. They've done Ragnarok, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Infinity War, Endgame. I think there's one more over there. Oh, Black Widow. And I've got Shang-Chi on pre-order. They put a Doctor Strange one up a couple of weeks ago, and I missed it.
So that's horrible.
So I'm waiting now. I keep going back on their website every day to see if they've put more up, but there's nothing so far, and it's annoying because I've got all the others. So
yeah, I honestly, I'm on the same. I have to keep an eye on my text messages every day, because I know that there are certain films that something like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I missed the one of the pre-orders for one of the steelbooks for it, which I wanted both. And it's sold out within 24 hours. So
yeah, you got it. That's the thing. There, it's frustrating. You've got to be so quick with these things.
Yeah,
but well, hopefully we'll both be all right. Hopefully they'll both come back up or something.
In the long term, yeah. That's I hope.
Let's bring your own popcorn. Now, Jack Logan is a huge fan of this movie. He's asking, have you seen Local Hero?
Yes. Excellent movie.
It is. He made, well, I say he made me watch it. He sent me a Blu-ray copy and sent me a few messages going, James, watch it. And I got to say, I really liked it as well. Really liked it. And Pete Capaldi was in this, wasn't he, I think? Was he in this, or am I getting it confused with something else?
No, wasn't it?
I mean,
Was it the guy who used to play Mackay, who was the chap who played the old man on the beach?
it's got Burt Lancaster, Peter Riga, is that how you say, on the cover? But I thought Pete Capaldi was in it playing a small role, wasn't he? I think. I could be wrong. Jack could probably let me know if he's still here watching in the comments. Because people know I'm a big Capaldi fan because of Doctor Who. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong because Jack sent me a few films to watch now, a few Scottish movies. So I might be getting it mixed up with another one.
Yeah, could be. We haven't seen it in a long time. I've actually just noticed that I don't own it on Blu-ray for some reason.
Oh, right.
Well, I have definitely seen it a few times in the past. So
yeah, no, it's one I do plan on revisiting at some point. It was a really good film.
Yeah.
What are some of the films that are on your watch list that you want to watch next? Oh, well, I watched the first one last week. Mad Max. I really want to continue with this set, which was very kindly gifted to me by Mr. Alex Pitt. So I really want to keep cracking on with these. Might do that tonight. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I've got any others in my collection at the minute that I'm super excited to watch. I watched this last night already, Shiva Baby from the MUBI collection. This was fantastic. I really loved that movie. But other than that, not really at the minute. I'm going to say Mad Max because everyone says that the second Mad Max film, Road Warrior, I think it's called, is incredible. Jack has said yes. Peter Capaldi is in it. He plays Danny. I thought he was in it for he's only a small part in it though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it's like the stuff that I've got that I want to be watching soon. I want to see Long Kiss Goodnight because I keep on muddling that up with the Long Good Friday, which is why I keep on forgetting to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to watch. I keep on forgetting to. Last night in Soho.
That's a really good movie. What's is that? Oh, is that a steelbook? That one?
Yeah,
that's a really nice cover actually on that one.
Yeah, sometimes it's you get worse artwork on the steelbook than you actually end up doing on the regular release. But in this particular case, I really quite liked it.
Yeah, I went with HMV done this one here with this exclusive cover, which I quite liked. Nice.
But I want to do a rewatch of Smoking Aces because I've not watched it for ages and I've just bought the 4K and it's a good laugh. And like I've mentioned, I really want to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. So even if I'm not up to date fully on my Marvel, then I'm up to date enough to say, right, I can watch Doctor Strange now and understand a little bit more about what's happening.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, that sounds good. Thing is, I'm pretty good with my movies. Most movies behind me I have seen, but I can always pick out a couple which I haven't seen, which I'm at a place with my collection where I'm really happy with. Like, I can safely say I've seen about 95% of the films behind me, but there's still those few films which I can pick out that I haven't seen, which I quite like.
I can't say anything like the sort.
To be fair, if I go into my hallway, I've got loads of films out there I haven't seen. But that's kind of what I like. I have all my extras outside of my hallway. Like when I got sent like Boogie Nights, for example, I did originally just put this on my hallway shelf, but I watched it, loved it so much. I'm like, that can come in. I loved it so much. So I'm sort of cheating a bit with what I'm saying now. I do have a lot in my hallway that I haven't seen.
Right. Okay.
Where are we at? Okay. Yeah. It's been announced that is it Neve Campbell won't be returning for Scream 6 as she's left the franchise. So she's like the other main actress in it, I believe, alongside the one from Friends. Yeah, I'm not that fussed, to be honest, about that, because if they're going to start pumping out Scream films, which I sort of wish they wouldn't do, I wish they'd take the time a bit more with them. But anyway, the last one was quite good, I thought. Then yeah, I suppose they are going to want to focus on a younger cast, so it doesn't really bother me too much.
As you might have heard from a couple of other live streams I've done, I'm really not a big slasher movie type fan, so I haven't actually watched any of the Scream movies. So
fair enough. Yeah, to be honest, I've only just got into the slasher things. Last year, I bought. Well, it was last Halloween, just gone. So about 7 months ago or so, I bought the Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Scream sets. So I'm very new to all this slasher stuff.
Yeah. I will say that I do like the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I will say, and I know it isn't slasher, but it's more of a different type of genre which I normally wouldn't go into. I did like the first Saw movie, but I just feel that after then, on both of the genres, on both the series, they start taking it down a direction of, well, the only way we can improve on these movies is to make them more and more gory, rather than keeping up how clever the plots were in places.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's only so much you can do. It's like Halloween. It's quite incredible that there's 12 Halloween films now, soon to be 13. It's quite amazing that they've got that many out of a guy who walks around with a knife.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I see where you're coming from, definitely. Oh, just lost where I was with the comments. Scott's here. Hello, Scott. Are you excited for the Nintendo Sports? Should be good fun. I'm getting it tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if people saw my last Blu-ray hunting video, but I nearly picked that game up. It's like I remember having the old Nintendo Wii, my family, and we had the sports, did the bowling and the tennis. So I thought it'd be fun to get the new one so I could play it with my family, but I haven't got it yet. Where are we at? See, here we go, Jenna. Is it safe to say Eternals is kind of boring? Yeah, it's one way or the other with Eternals with people. They either love it or hate it. Yeah. Well, not hate, but yeah.
Yeah, I totally accept that people are all certainly entitled to their opinion, and Eternals is one that, as is actually Legend of the Ten Rings. I do find that a goodly number of people who really found it not very good, and others who said, in actual fact, I don't know what these people are talking about. I thought it was really enjoyable. I don't think anybody has said it's the best, or anybody has necessarily said, there are only very, very few that have said it's the worst.
Yeah.
But there are, yes, it's certainly not one that's, there's a big agreement on.
I think the problem that I had with Eternals, and I did like it. I am a bit of a defender of the movie. I didn't love it, but there was so much build up to it coming out. Like, it was by the director of Nomadland. All the actors were bigging it up. Like, it was such a unique film. The trailers were incredible because they were just showing these beautiful panning shots, and it didn't look like a Marvel movie. It looked incredible, and then it come out and it was kind of a middle of the road Marvel movie, and it was like, oh, I was expecting top tier, and now it's sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
So I think there was a bit of a shock when it came out, and it wasn't incredible because everyone had made out it was going to be incredible, and it come out and it was just, it was okay. It was good. It was fine.
Yeah.
We actually have a defender of Morbius here. Morbius was an enjoyable movie.
Huh?
Well, someone's got to defend it, I guess.
Well, I hope I like it too. So thank you for being out there and giving me a little bit of hope.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, exactly. Each to their own as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say, I don't think we'll be getting a second one. And I'm just going to give viewers, like a 5-minute warning. We're going to wrap up in just 5 minutes, guys. So just as a heads up to people. Okay, where are we at? Oh, we're actually not far off the bottom of the comments at all here. Mad Max 3 has Tina Turner in it, and she's pretty good. Have you seen the Mad Max films?
I've seen 1 and 2. Somehow, I don't know how, but I've not seen 3, and I haven't seen 4, despite the very good reception that it got.
I mean,
I did hear that Tina Turner was actually pretty good in Mad Max 3. She surprised quite a few people.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the first one and the last one, Fury Road now. But Fury Road I must have seen about 10 to 20 times. I love that movie. But I'm excited to watch 2. I might even watch that one later. And then I'll watch 3 at some point as well. Tina Turner. Where are we at? Okay. Your favorite Harrison Ford films outside Star Wars and Indiana Jones? I gotta think here.
What have I got?
I think The Fugitive. I remember watching that and really liking that movie. Oh, Apocalypse Now. That's technically one of his. I think they're the 2 films that spring to mind for me.
Oh.
He's got a lot of good ones. Oh, Blade Runner as well, of course.
Well, it's got to be Blade Runner for me because it's my favourite film.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
I think. Yeah, I think I'd agree Blade Runner actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
Throwing a bit of Force 10 from Navarone just for old time shape. So
yeah. But Harrison Ford, he just had this streak in the late 70s to late 80s where every movie he was putting out was just the highest quality, it seems. And then we'll end with this one. We'll go last comment here from Jim. Best 4K transfer for a movie? For
Blade
me,
Blade Runner 2042.
I was going to say the exact same one. I was blown away by that transfer. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I did actually. I was pleasantly surprised by the movie itself because I was expecting them to turn it from something really clever into just like an action movie. With no thought put into it, just to make a fast buck.
Yeah.
And whilst I did have a few problems with the last 15 or 20 minutes of the film, logic-wise, I actually thought they'd put a reasonable amount of thinking into it. But you're absolutely right, though. The visuals on that are just made my jaw drop. That's one of the nights that I think my wife was away at a conference, so I that whole night, so I settled down for its quite long run time, and
it's it's one of those few times I love the original so much. It's one of those few times where I think I prefer it to the original. I think 2049 is just such a fantastic movie. I think I love it. I really do. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to pick though. To be fair, because another one I do want to give a quick shout out to before we end the stream is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes. I thought the 4K transfer for those movies was fantastic as well. really, really good.
Yeah, there are a few out there that come up time and time again as being very good transfers. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think we'll wrap the stream up there, if that's cool. I think a few people sort of bye, James and Justin. Brilliant stream.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Well, thank you everyone for coming by. Justin, thank you so much for coming on, mate. It has been a pleasure to catch up with you.
Yeah, and the same for me. And I'm glad we got the technical problems sorted out relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's always a bit worrying at the start when you're trying to connect, but it all turned out good.
Yeah, it didn't help that when the first time I tried to get in, I ended up I was taking the link that you sent from an old discussion that we were having from the at the end of 2021. And I was going to totally the wrong place and was really confused as to why I was linking to my own video.
Oh, fair enough. That makes sense now.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey. Anyway, it still turned out brilliantly. And to everyone watching and anyone watching this on the playback, guys, there's a link in the description to Justin's channel. So make sure you go give him a subscribe, check his channel out. It's fantastic. So
thank you very much, James. Thank you. And thank you everybody for watching.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.